what you try to do for other people, you try to do for them. If they can't complete it, if follow through, that's on them. But that shouldn't be a part of your legacy. I think the Michael Jordan analogy was perfect. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, okay, I can't be the best owner in the world, but don't forget I'm the best player in the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got some boxers too, or former boxers who aren't that good at boxing or wasn't that great at boxing. I won't say good, but they turned out to be world class trainers. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So it's like I think that you answered it correctly. I was just
Yeah.
more interested in the Harlem World perspective of it. But I think everything you say, look, I took you to the water. I taught you how to fish. Go fish. Look, I can't make you drink the water. You telling me you're thirsty. I showed you where it's at. That's on you. A lot of times with me, when I had artists, that's why I don't deal with artists like that anymore. Is that to me, it's like a lot of them, when they go broke, they start blaming you.
He just said the quiet part out loud, and now the whole Dipset story is cracking open. Cameron is finally addressing the accusations, and he's not holding back at all. Apparently, a former Dipset affiliate claims that Cameron ruined careers and money. But Cam flips it and says that the real issue is what happens after the spotlight hits. He breaks it down simple. He gave artists opportunity. He helped them touch some real money. But after that, it was on them. No excuses and no hand-holding. Cam points out a bigger problem in the music industry. Artists often get their first check and think that that check will last forever. They spend it fast and they stop evolving. And then when the run slows down, they look for somebody else to blame. Now I'm about to let y'all hear this for yourselves. But before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Yo, yo, with friends like these who need enemies, right? Yeah. No, but for real, that's a good point, Killer. That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's a really excellent point. I gotta think about that. Is that why I gave up on them? I didn't really give up on them. I think I was in just a transition mentally, and they were actually moving. But the good part about them is that I was so hot at the time. They actually are certified gold. That's the amazing part about it.
I was just about to say that. That
Yeah,
they have a gold album.
they got a gold album just off the arm. You know what I'm saying? So that's fire.
That's that's interesting. So you're attributing your career to them going gold. So basically, you're kind of responsible for them going gold if it's off the muscle you're saying. So let me ask you this.
But it shouldn't be that way. But I'm saying it shouldn't be that way. That everybody should be able to stand on their own.
So what I'm saying is this: if they went gold off how hot you was,
Yeah.
do you feel they wasn't that good?
No, I think actually it was a lot of no, for real. I think they went gold off of me because their talent didn't get time to really curate. Like you look at somebody like Loon that came out of that group. Loon goes on to do amazing things and make amazing records with Puff. Then you get Cardan, who goes on to do and collaborate, you know, with this whole Nelly album, right? Which goes 10 times platinum 2 times. So there's a lot of great things come out of that. Then you got HUD that comes out of that, God bless, that goes on to help Benzino, goes on to help The Source, goes on to be with Dipset. It was a lot of promise that came out of there. Even Blinky Blink and my sister Stace, she made a few dollars. It was my way of giving everybody a check, you know, without giving the money out of my pocket. And if really, Killer, if we were talking, that would have been our deal. That would have been me, you, and somebody else. So I really think it worked out.
No, I think it was great too. You just left them stuff. Just got up out of there. Niggas went gold and said, I did what I had to do. I'm out.
Make you go gold. It's on you at that point. I would think.
Murder, you helped me go gold. I ain't asked you for none since.
Yeah, man. But you say water, this is horse, pause. Horse, this is water, you know? They got to take it from there, right, Mo?
They got to take it. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's a lot of what you call it. I even think about that sometimes. Like, Mo, is there anybody from Ohio State that you feel like you help like that?
Yeah, I help a ton of people. I help a ton of people now, but you know, my success and what I do for myself and what they do with the opportunities I give to them is solely on them. And then that's all I do. But I explained it from the beginning. As I got older, I just say, hey, I give you an opportunity. If you up, that's on you. But I don't want to be responsible for another man. You know, I'm past those days.
And Killer, what would you say? Let's give you the same question.
It is for everybody.
Ask the question one more time. Ask the question one more time. So I was so intrigued on his world answer.
No, you're good. That was good. These are good follow-ups. We need this. We need these answers. Okay, so the way I formulated, I said, do you judge artists in the music industry by talent they discover and put on, or do you think that their legacy should stand on their own work alone?
Yeah. Do you want to be responsible for what is doing today? That's, you know, I don't really want to go down this road, but if you want to go, I'm in third gear.
I think that you answered the question correctly. Is that what you try to do for other people, you try to do for them. If they can't complete it, if follow through, that's on them. But that shouldn't be a part of your legacy. I think the Michael Jordan analogy was perfect. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, okay, I can't be the best owner in the world, but don't forget I'm the best player in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, you got some boxers too, or former boxers who aren't that good at boxing or wasn't that great at boxing. I won't say good, but they turned out to be world-class trainers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that you answered it correctly. I was just more interested in the Harlem world perspective of it. But I think everything you say, look, I took you to the water. I taught you how to fish, go fish. Look, I can't make you drink the water. You telling me you're thirsty. I showed you where it's at. That's on you. A lot of times with me, when I had artists, that's why I don't deal with artists like that anymore, is that to me, it's like, a lot of them, when they go broke, they start blaming you. When you get them the money, everything is all fine and dandy, and Killer this, Killer did this, that, third. But they squander it. And then they don't have the money, and then they start talking about, yo, robbed me. No, I didn't rob you. You bought 3 cars and you moved the exit six on the New Jersey Turnpike. I didn't tell you to go move by Great Adventures, Six Flags, and all that in a 9-story townhouse. You know, when you get your first bit of money as a new artist, it's a lot of things that you want to do to make up for what you're not having growing up in that environment. And when you get that first initial money, you think that this is the way it's going to be forever because you like, I'm hot. I'm going to keep working, so on and so forth. But music changes, and you have to be able to reinvent yourself with music. And sometimes people don't really realize that. Like, you got to think about this, right? Like, let's just think just using 90s real quick as eras. You know, you had a Tribe Called Quest and with Native Tongues. It was like a backpack crew for the younger audience that don't know. And then you had Dr. Dre reinvent himself with Snoop Dogg and Death Row. Then you say, you know what? The East Coast start coming around when you got somebody like Puff and Mason, Biggie, and saying, look, man, we going to do some fly shit, man. F that. Then what happens 2-3 years later, you get a rough like DMX who changes the climate again. You got to learn how to stay relevant through all these temperatures. And I don't think everybody knows how to weather those storms. So that can't be your fault because you got them the money initially. That doesn't mean that you have to keep giving them money. I tell you all the time, I got you the money, I'm not your accountant though. That was on you to maintain your money. And now if you don't got no more, it's not my fault that I didn't make you, don't say I didn't make you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. You squander it and you didn't keep hustling. You thought this was the way life is supposed to be. And they're just not good managing money. And that's where the blame comes in to me with a lot of artists. This is why all my artists now are AI.
let me add on to that.
This story shows why the music industry is really a business before anything else. What stands out to me here is how fast success can turn into a lesson when money, fame, and expectations all collide at once. In hip-hop and entertainment news, we always hear the drama, but the deeper truth is really about financial literacy, artist management, and your long-term decision-making. I don't see this as a blame game at all. I see it as a reminder that every artist and every executive moves through different stages of growth. Now here's a quick business fact for y'all. The music catalog market has been valued in the billions of dollars, with hip-hop royalty streams often generating long-term passive income through streaming and licensing deals. And that's a part of the game a lot of people miss. The real win is not just within the moment. It's in your ownership, your structure, and what you build after the spotlight. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think Cameron should be held responsible for his artist's long-term success? Or is every artist fully responsible for their own financial future? And do you think Dipset's legacy is stronger because of what they built together or what each artist did after the split? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.